Hi, this is Anthony Connolly, and this is my project, Secure Sports Betting. So recently, we've seen the legalization and proliferation of mobile sports betting and mobile sports betting applications. The state of New York recently has legalized mobile sports betting, and the numbers of usage is pretty immense. With mobile sports betting applications, there's a lot of sensitive data involved. You're storing someone's. You may or may not be storing someone's payment details. You are responsible for login details, which may have access to that payment. May have access to if someone gains access to an account, they may place a bet or do things that it could be detrimental to the account. And we also want to make sure that the data of a person's transactions are secure. So I believe that this is a field where we need to leverage encryption to its fullest. So, in looking to build a secure sports betting application, two things stuck out to me. I wanted to make sure that passwords were safe in databases, and to do that, hashing and salting a password is the clear solution. Hashing and salting is when you use a hashing algorithm to hash the password, and adding randomly generated salt, which you have to store as well, to the message. This will prevent rainbow table attacks. And AES is a great encryption algorithm. It's used, by the government, by the NSA, and it's publicly available. So this was a clear choice for encrypting data. So the way I went about this project, first I built a front end in React for a mobile application. It uses React Expo. It can export to Android or iOS. I have an iOS device at home, so I've been testing on iOS. I originally planned on using SQLite in the back end, but with Expo I was having issues with that, so I'm storing data locally using asynchronous storage. I fully implemented the AES encryption myself in React with JavaScript for the betting data. I began to implement the decryption, but I was not able to finish that, so I am leveraging the crypto ES package for React to decrypt that so that we can retrieve that information when the user wants to, and using SHA-1 from the crypto package for password management. So in conclusion, I believe that this implementation is better than no encryption, but it's definitely not fully secure. In my research, I found SHA-1 is essentially broken. I chose SHA-1 because it is one of the more simple SHA implementations. But for practical purposes, it should be avoided. In my implementation, I used one key for AES, one set key. So I'm going to briefly demo my application. I'm demoing it on iOS on my phone. So we're creating a user here. We're going to try to log into this account. I also want to explain that when we make password attempts and also when we make bets, I'm going to throw alerts just to show the hashed and salted data for the attempt and the login, and for AES it's going to show the encrypted data. So here that's the hashed and salted attempt. Obviously not password was not the password we set, so password we were allowed in, and that's password hashed and salted, just for testing. For a sample input here, we put a wager of 100, we select Miami, we place our bet, and we are given the encrypted string of what I have set to be. When we take that input, we place the wager first and then the team, followed by zeros until we reach 32 bits. Here we go to the fetch bet screen. It's actually throwing a promise rejection here because I'm having issues with using regular expressions in React right now. So the decryption does work, however, I'm just having issues pulling the input, taking that output, of that actual formatted output and pulling it apart. So right now that's a limitation. That part of actually just using React and pulling that apart doesn't work. Another limitation is obviously we only have one bet that we can, or one game that we can bet on. We can only bet money line. These games have to be hard coded in. So that's my presentation.